All right, so I'm getting ready to install the rear main seal here on my 1991 Volvo 245. Obviously, I've already taken everything off, and the old seal is out. And what I've done, and if this works, I'll post a link to this in the description. But I've 3D printed this. I've designed and 3D printed this rear main seal installer tool. So the idea behind this is it's going to slip over and drive in the actual seal. And if you look at this, it has a little lip that drives the seal in 2 millimeters past the outside housing. And if you look closely, you can see there's a small beveled edge, and then right in there is where we want the seal to sit. So that's exactly where the original seal was, right where it's sitting flush right past that beveled edge, which to my measurements are about 2 millimeters from the outside. And when you get the genuine Volvo, seal, it's actually thinner than the original, so you could put it in the exact same spot as the original without having to change the depth, so you won't be sitting in the same wear ring. So the original is thicker than this, and if you had the exact same seal and you put it in the exact same spot, it would be on the same wear ring on the inner surface of the crank here, and you could develop a leak. So with this thinner one, I should be able to put this in the exact same place, 2 millimeters down past the outside of the housing, and not have any leaks because it won't be sitting in the wear. The tool I designed, we're just going to tap it in. I did put these slots to screw it in as well, but obviously I placed those in the wrong place, so maybe I'll fix that before I post anything. But it fits nicely here, and it fits nicely over the seal. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try, see how it works out. Okay, I've started to place the seal, and it's going in very loosely. In fact, I prefer it be a little tighter, so I'm not sure what's up with that. I have it set to the right depth up here. I'm going to use the tool to drive it all around. Unfortunately, I don't have a tripod or anything, so I'm a little out of hands. I can't show you me actually doing it, but I'm going to drive it around. Really just put this up here, and just right now I'm just kind of pushing it pretty gently to make it seat. So there it's seated even more now, and just should not allow it to seat too deeply, but if it does, we'll pop it off and we'll try again. You can take this whole housing off, and there's a big debate on the forum. Should you take the housing off, put the seal in, and then put the housing back, or should you drive it in with the housing in place? I did buy a gasket for the housing. If worst case scenario, if I really mess this up, I'll take the whole housing off and I'll put it on again. Okay, so the seal is installed, and I have to say the tool actually did help a lot. I simply put the tool up, and the thing is, one side would go in, and you had to be a little bit careful not to drive one side too in, so it would go too far in, but you could just take it out on the other side. Then I would just tap the high side with a hammer, go all the way around, tap, tap, tap until it was tapped down, and then the whole thing was flush, and it looks like it's all set. A nice even depth, 2 millimeters from the outside of the housing. I don't see any rolled over lips. I hope I'm not missing that. I don't want to do this job again. I don't see any lips rolled over. So I think that's a pretty successful rear main seal install.